Hello there, Vault Hunters. Genesis here, bringing you a guide to the Crossbow Legendary Sniper in Borderlands 3. I'll be going over where you can locate this medieval messer-upper and what it can do for you. But first, the quest to find it. Lectra City is a location on Promethea. This is where you will find the enemy that has a chance of dropping the crossbow. While you're traveling around Lectra City, you might notice that there is a subway system that goes underneath a good chunk of it, with 3 separate access points. The rare spawn you were looking for is closest to the central access point with the large stairwell, a little past the middle of the map if you're coming from the entrance of Lectra City. When you get down to the subway tunnels, go to where the subway would be running, thankfully it is not anymore, travel the southern direction a short ways, and you'll find an access door right after a wrecked train car. An enemy called the Urist McEnforcer, which is just a squashed character model made to look like a dwarf, is the enemy in question that has a chance of showing up and a chance of dropping the crossbow when you kill him. The shortest distance I found to the Urist McEnforcer was using the New Use station near the south entrance of the subway, and I would recommend it because it took me twice the time to get this item than any other one I've covered. Upwards of 2 hours farming this guy in Mayhem 3. Let's hope it doesn't take that long for you, but I just want to temper your expectations. And heck, even if you don't want to gate it yourself, that's the point of the stats section. The crossbow is a weapon of Hyperion design, scratch that, dwarven design, with a minimalist white paint job. And its red text reads, "All crafts dwarf ship is of the highest quality." One would hazard a guess that the Urist McEnforcer was the one who created this crossbow. The crossbow has a lot of stats to show off, but the most glaring is seeing how much damage this thing can put out in comparison to every other sniper rifle in the game, by a large margin of about 4 to 5 times the damage of other snipers. And since it is, quote, Hyperion make, you get a shield when you aim down the scope too. You may be wondering why in the heck and gosh dang its damage is so high. Well, it's because crossbows penetrate armor, obviously. No, the bolt that this crossbow fires has a pretty gnarly drop-off, and the crossbow only holds 1 ammo at a time, like a crossbow normally does. Luckily, the reload's pretty fast, but having to arc your projectiles alone will turn a lot of people off from the crossbow. Despite this, the amount of damage the crossbow deals alone, it might be viable. The crossbow's damage is absurd. If you're at point blank range, you won't have to worry about the arc. And like any other weapon that has an arc to it, it may just take a little bit of time getting used to. And finally, I don't think it comes with an element. I would love to be proven wrong there, like fire or corrosive would make sense, but I highly doubt it. And for the time it took me to get, I don't feel like at all going for another one. Overall, the crossbow takes quite a bit to get used to, compared to basically everything else on the roster for weapons you can use. And of course there is the entertainment factor of sticking bolts into your enemies, and them yelling about the piercing they always wanted that you gave them. I made up that last part, but it is fun. If you so choose to go on this long, laborious, legendary quest to get the crossbow yourself, let me know how it served you in the comments below, or if you just chucked it as soon as you had it. If you found this guide useful, entertaining, or both, do whatever you see fit to show that. And if you'd like to help me and the channel continue to be full-time, you can join the amazing supporters in the on-screen credits, including Wasteland Legends Sven, by helping out on the Patreon for as little as $1. Thank you, Vault Hunters, so very much for watching. I'm Genesis, and may you wander the galaxy like you own it.